Welcome to Honey's Kitchen. We're making chili. So in our house, Poppy makes the chili. So we are gonna start cutting up some bell peppers, onions, and jalapenos. He didn't want a mic either, so. You don't want to cut your vegetables in super tiny little sections because this is gonna cook all day. The longer you cook your chili, the better your flavors are. Recommend wearing a glove when you're cutting up jalapenos because that will get on your fingers and you'll touch your eye a little later and will regret it. Chopping an onion, and the same as far as the size of the pieces. We don't want super tiny pieces because it's going to cook all day, so we don't want it to disintegrate. I'm so excited that we now have some venison in the freezer. We've got, this is ground venison. I'm going to thaw it out. We freeze it in 1.5 pound packages. Venison doesn't have any kind of oil in it, so no fat. So we're adding a little bit of olive oil to our pan. If you're using ground beef, you don't have to do this step because you're probably going to have to rinse and drain actually. But that's the good thing about venison. That's why it's so healthy for you. You have to add your own oil to it. So we're going to go ahead and start our pan. We got our bell pepper, our jalapeno, and our onions. We're going to go ahead and put that in here now before the meat's cooked, and we're going to just cook it all together. Adding a pack of chili seasoning from Kinder's. It's wood-fired chili. Some crushed red pepper. And then just regular chili powder. Adding some salt and pepper. And some garlic powder. Give this all a stir. And start browning your meat. We like larger chunks of meat in our chili, so we choose not to, when we stir, not to break up every little piece of meat, but you can do that if you would like. Our meat and onions, bell peppers, jalapenos are done, so we're going to put in some light red kidney beans. We've drained those. Some chili beans, a can of green chilies, and some petite diced tomatoes. And give it a little stir. I'm going to add a little bit of water to one of our tomato cans. I think I like this better. Just tell him what I need him to put in here. And he do all the hard work. Put your lid back on and simmer. Add another can of water. Depending, and this may change, you can adjust the water depending on the thickness that you want for your chili. We want ours to be pretty thick, not super soupy. I'll let you guys look and see what it looks like now. All right, you just put the lid on and simmer. Our chili has been on low, simmering all day. It has thickened up a little bit, but it's still pretty thin. So there is a little trick that you can do instead of adding some cornstarch to some water and adding it into your stew or your chili or soup, because sometimes the next day that causes it to kind of gel up. But instead of doing that, you can add some mashed potato flakes. Not a lot, just a little, and kind of stir it in. into whatever consistency you want. If you like really thin chili with a lot of juice, then you don't even have to do this. But this is a trick just to kind of keep in the back of your mind for when you make a soup. We're gonna let this go for just a few more minutes, and then we're gonna dip it out. Who can eat chili without lots of cheese? And Fritos. Cheesy goodness. That's still very hot. Mm. So cheesy. This has been cooking all day, and it's so good. You can make it quicker. Just know that the longer you let it simmer, like I said, the better your flavors are. But wow, this is good. You can eat it with crackers. I like oyster crackers, but also like Fritos. Well, this freshly shredded cheese is really stringy. So who's stopping by to taste and clean up? Thanks for stopping by Honey and Poppy's Kitchen today.